Welcome to Brave Healer Productions. It's time to experience what's possible. Welcome, everyone. I'm Laura DeFranco, the CEO of Brave Healer Productions, where we are helping the world experience what's possible. And here today to help me with that mission are some of the authors of one of our newest books, which happens to be out today. It's called Brave Kids Volume 3. This is a short stories to inspire our future world changers. The third book in an incredible award-winning series by our lead author, KJ Kashula. So before I introduce Amanda and Susan to you today, I really just want to give Kelly a huge shout out and big gratitude. Kelly, you had such a big vision and mission for this book and this series of books, and your community that you have gathered around you, these beautiful co-authors who said, yes, I want to write for kids. I'm just so grateful for you and what you have built, and that big vision you had when you came to me that day and you said, well, what kids? Let's write for kids, right? I was so excited, and here several years later with this beautiful volume 3. Oh my gosh, it's a day of celebration. So I am interviewing all of your beautiful short story authors, and I have 2 of them in my Zoom room today. Amanda Stewart Thompson is the director of Blind Spot Productions, who is on the verge of revamping her company and is a new and inspiring author. Welcome, Amanda. And we have got Susan Ernst, who is a 3-time author in the Brave Kids series, dedicated to helping children navigate life with confidence. Susan Ernst also happens to be my mama. So this is an exceptional honor for me to be interviewing her for this beautiful book. Welcome, Mom.
Thank you. Very happy to be here.
So I'm going to start with you, Mom, for this first question. Let's get into talking about these beautiful chapters. What's the most important thing you want people to know about yours? It's called The Magic of Angkor Wat. Jasmine learns the importance of active listening. And this is a returning character in the series. Tell us how that story came about, what you want us to know about it.
Thank you, Laura. And excuse me, may I say congratulations to KJ Kashula, our lead author. She led us through this process. It's been wild and crazy as kids' books go, and I'm just delighted that today is launch day. My writing for all 3 of the volumes was inspired by my work at a rescue center for children in Cambodia who were rescued from sex trafficking or at risk of being trafficked. And so I am very passionate about those kids and all kids around the world. And my writing, I hope, will bring awareness to that, and bring awareness to how important it is to help our kids be brave and face their fears in this crazy world we live in.
You were able to do some pretty intense mission trips there, and you were greatly impacted. I have listened to your stories about how that impacted you when you went there to help the kids. Can you tell us a little bit about Jasmine in terms of being that character? What do you want people to know about her?
Jasmine is a fictional character, of course. She's in all 3 of my stories. She lives in Cambodia. She lives under extreme poverty and the risk at any time to be sold into trafficking. It's a long story, which I won't go into right now, but it's dire there. And meeting the real Jasmine, or any real Jasmine at that rescue center, broke my heart. And I wanted to come away with stories that would give those children a reason to hope and give those children a way to feel and know that they're loved.
Yeah, beautiful. You did an exceptional job with your story, as did all of the co-authors. I'm sure there's another thank you to Kelly there, as she brought you all through the process of writing And not just writing, but writing for kids. It's quite an undertaking when we're thinking about all of the ways we want to express this message in a way that the kid, but also the parents, teachers, mentors who are sometimes reading these stories can enjoy it and easily read it and all of the things. Mom, thanks for saying yes and for, having the courage to become an author and be in this community and just be such an amazing part of it.
Thank you very much.
Love you, Mama.
Love you back.
Amanda, tell us a little bit about your story, The Cuddliest Collie, a tale of trust, healing, and new beginnings. What's the thing you want people to know about your story?
Okay, so my story is about a little girl who has autism and an abandoned puppy who share the same trauma. And in finding each other, they learn how to overcome their fears and their trauma, and how to reconnect and integrate back into society. And yeah, the main takeaway from the story was never be afraid to try again.
I love that takeaway. I think that when I think about your stories and the takeaways in them, this is not your average kid story. I'm so proud of you all and how you pulled moments in real life into your stories to help kids. Not being afraid to start again, take a risk, move into the world again. That's tough sometimes, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, tell me more about that. Like, what is it about that that inspired you to write about that topic?
Well, I've worked with kids for years, I think on and off for 20 years now, kids from all different backgrounds, with all different kinds of challenges and even disabilities. And I find it really rewarding work. And you connect with these kids and they touch a place in your heart and they inspire you. And I also love dogs. I've got a couple of dogs of my own, and I used to have a dog. He died a couple of years ago, sadly. I picked him up off the street when he was 3 years old. And it just melted my heart because it was obvious he'd been domesticated and then abandoned. I could tell by the way he was behaving that he'd had a home and was used to having an owner and had been abandoned. So I took the memory of him and the life of my new dog Max, and I kind of merged those two dogs together to create the character in the book. And the little girl in the book was inspired by a child I've been teaching English to for about a year now, and yeah, she has some learning difficulties, suspected autism. So yeah, and I came up with this really funny scenario in my head, and I wanted the story to be really light-hearted and humorous and to give the readers a giggle. And yeah, it was inspired by the child concerned and my puppy Max meeting and how they interacted with each other, and I just got this idea in my head and it just snowballed. And I couldn't stop giggling when I was thinking about it, and I just thought I have to write this.
I love it. You mentioned to me that you might be able to introduce us to Max. Is now a good time?
You want to meet Max?
Yes.
Okay, 2 seconds. I'll just get him.
Okay. While Amanda is getting
Max.
while she's getting Max. Oh, that was quick. He's ready.
Max.
Yay. Oh, look
Oh,
at
I don't know
that.
if you can see him. It's all blurry.
Oh,
Max.
we can see Max. Hi, Max.
He's shy.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you, Amanda.
Lori, if I can interject there about Max, Amanda, I love the ending of your story where your Max in your story and the little girl hug each other, literally, and the scene that you wrote as they hug each other in instant love and celebration just pinged my heart. I just love that so much.
Yeah.
You described that so well. And looking at Max, it just cracks me up picturing a little furry dog giving a little kid a hug. But
Yeah.
it was great.
Oh yeah, and I'd just like to state for the record that I did not groom my dog into being like a really cuddly dog. He came to me that way when I picked him up from the breeders, and I was I had him in my arms and I was leaving. They said to me, "Oh, by the way, he likes a cuddle." And I thought they were telling me, give him cuddles because he likes cuddles. But no, no, no. He ever since he was a very small puppy, he just loves cuddles. He will throw himself at people and wrap his arms around them. It's crazy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Awesome.
So yeah, that character just kind of naturally wrote itself.
Your story is similar to mine when it comes to small children. I find it amazing their resilience and the resilience of the dog. The dog had gone through this, sad history. The child is challenged with various things, but they have such incredible resilience and they find a way to overcome all of that.
Yeah.
And that's what I write about in my children's stories for those kids in Cambodia. Same thing.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, animals are such a powerful tool when it comes to helping all kinds of people heal through different illnesses and different mental health problems. Absolutely.
Absolutely, absolutely. In
So,
fact, go ahead, Laura.
so
Sorry, two
I mean, you
seconds. I'm
guys are
just gonna
just
get Max back out.
you're taking over in such a beautiful way. I love it. I'm going to move us on a little bit because I think what I want some of our listeners to understand is that it takes something to write for kids. And so I'll give both of you one more thank you for not just saying yes to this project, but for taking that challenge on and learning how to do that and doing it in such a beautiful way. Amanda, how are you feeling about writing for kids? What has that meant for you personally?
I really enjoyed it. I've never written anything for children before. Well, this is my first piece of professionally published writing. I've written constantly since I was 7 years old. I wrote my first short story when I was 7 years old, and I suppose that was for kids in hindsight. And I've, ever since then, it's been creative writing, screenplays, stage plays, poetry, prose, all different kinds of things. But yeah, this is the first piece of professionally published piece of writing that I've done. And I think writing for children is a good place to start. Because you take a small idea and you build upon that and you keep it quite, I don't know if simple is the right word, but it's not as complex as writing for adults. I really enjoyed it because my story is quite lighthearted and sweet and fun. So yeah, I loved it. It was great.
Well, congratulations on being published, and you guys, oh my gosh, this gorgeous book. There's so many things that you're going to enjoy, secrets inside that I won't divulge right this moment. Mom, how has it been for you writing for kids? Now you've been in these 3 of the series. What has this meant for you personally?
It's meant everything. I've never had so much fun. But I think what's interesting about writing for children is that one of our tasks as a writer is to determine who our ideal reader is. And in the case of writing for a child, my ideal, child reading this book might be a little Jasmine of say about 9 years old. But it's very likely that her mom might be reading the story to her, or her grandma, or her grandpa. And so when we're writing for children, I'm always keeping it in the back of my head that this has got to resonate with the adult. And it's also likely that it's the adult that's going to buy that book. And so I want the adult to really understand why I wrote it and why I think it's important that they have that book in their hands to read to their children.
Yes, that's what I love. One of the things I love the most about these books is you adults are going to get just as much out of it reading these stories. You're going to love these stories, and you might resonate. Your inner child might resonate deeply with some of these stories. These aren't just anybody coming in to author these stories. These are people with expertise. They're people with life experience and wisdom, and they've chosen topics that are very meaningful to them. So when you guys come through our books and look at those table of contents and understand just who's stepping up to the table to write these, you'll see it immediately. All right, Mom.
Yeah, I think the best children's stories, you know, I always get that when I'm watching a Disney movie, is there's a lot of subtle adult humor or subcontext in there that only adults will pick up on, you know, and then
Absolutely.
yeah.
Yes, I
So
love them. Those are the best, right?
yeah.
Yes. And you're sitting in a kid's movie laughing out loud and like, oh my gosh, yeah, I love that. That is the best. Okay, ladies, I have one more question for both of you. Mom, I'm going to start with you. If you could talk to the younger you, what would your message of encouragement be to her? Any age, no rules.
What would be my words of encouragement for her?
To your younger you.
I think I would tell her not to be afraid to share her feelings and to find her voice early in age. And at the same time, which is the subject of my story here, I would talk to her mother and say, Mom, be a good listener. It's so important. It's such a small action and it has such a great impact on that child. To be a really good listener, hear what she's trying to say to you.
Yes, beautiful. I love that. I love listening to the answers to this question. And they ripple. This ripples through. And I've learned that we can talk to that younger self. I do a lot of journaling to her. I write to her a lot and give her the messages that I wish she had had back at whatever stages and ages there are. Amanda, how about you? If you could talk to the younger you, what would your message of encouragement be?
Don't worry. Don't worry so much. Don't let people get you down because your life is going to be incredible beyond what you could ever imagine.
Yes, also amazing. All right, gals, let's finish up with the idea of community. Amanda, I'm going to stick with you for this last question. For me, community has meant everything. It has been the support I needed to move forward on the bad days. When you think of community, maybe especially this Brave Kids community, what has that meant for you in your life?
When I think of what community is a concept in general, community to me is about learning and growing and evolving together. I think two heads are always better than one. And when people get together and share ideas, and especially when they get creative together, you can literally change the world.
Yeah, it's big potato stuff, you guys. World changing stuff. Mom, I'm going to close out with this question for you. Same thing. When you are thinking about the idea of community, what has that meant for you in your life?
Well, it's meant everything. Obviously, I can't imagine not having a community around me, be it my circle of friends or folks that I work with or whatever. What comes to mind right now is that when you take a look at this book, there are 20 plus authors in here. We all became a community together writing this book. And all along the process of writing it, we shared with each other. We read each other's chapters for each other. We joked with each other. It's been the most incredible community that I did not have before I started writing children's books. So I'm so grateful for that.
Makes me smile. It's an incredible community. Mom, Susan Ernst and Amanda Thompson, thank you so much for what you do in the world. And thank you for being here today to share it with everyone. Thank you, ladies.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Laura.
So
thanks for being a great publisher. Yahoo!
Yeah, very, very meticulous and very efficient.
Yes.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, guys. This is way more than a book. everybody. It is a generous community. We have Susan and Amanda linked up with their links down below. They're ready to answer a question and carry on the conversation they started in the book. Please go explore what all of the amazing things that they're up to. I've got all of that in the show notes. And of course, we hope you hop over to Amazon and grab your copy of this gorgeous book today. What a gift to a kid you know, or their grandparent or parent or teacher or mentor. This is going to make an incredible gift for the kids that you love. So hop on over. I've got the link below for the book. Lastly, today, everyone, remember, your words will change the world when you're brave enough to share them. So it is time to be brave. See you next time, everyone.
Right. Thank you.